I believe netted Mary Santora $5. It was very
$8.
It's a very lucrative year. No bitches, no money. I thought of that song because they did this thing where they asked people how long they could go with no phone and no TV. And
no phone, no TV, make Bill something.
Go crazy?
Don't mind if I do.
People say they could go without their phone and television. The average was about 5 hours.
Oh, my God. I was going to say a week.
Yeah, I thought 5 hours was really, that's a real spike in the arm, boy. You got a real problem if you start scratching at 5 hours. They said they could manage 3 days without a laptop or a tablet.
Like, if I didn't have to do any work,
Yeah,
I
if
would,
had
like,
to just.
why do I need it?
Mm-hmm.
If I would take my camera if I'm on vacation or something to document pictures or whatever, but yeah, that'd be
Well,
awesome.
even though it doesn't make me go crazy, it is strange when you realize that your phone is in another room. There is that weird thing where, because I find I'm constantly Googling something, looking something up, or, so if my phone is in another room, I just reflexively reach for it.
I try
And
to
I go,
make.
oh, it's upstairs. And I'm not going to go get it
Yeah.
because I'm like, that's good that it's not. It's not life or death, this dumb thing I'm going to look up right now because it crossed my mind, so that's fine.
I try to make that conscious decision in the evenings to have my phone away from me, so I'm not just on it constantly.
You plug it in another room.
Plug it in the bedroom and then just hang out without it.
I don't like that either, because then whenever I do that, it's always those times where people are trying to get a hold of me the most. Like, they're like, what were you doing? I told you we had to confirm these dates for blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I literally just wanted a night without my phone. I just wanted to watch a movie. I wanted to let my phone charge. Is that okay? No.
Yeah, but you could have it across the room and hear people hitting you up, right?
No, my phone's always on vibrate. I never really have it. I don't have it on flash or
I
anything.
don't even have it on vibrate. I just leave mine on do not disturb most of the time.
See, that drives me nuts, man. I'm like,
No, I need people to get a hold of
Gwen's phone is always on vibrate. And so it's like, if there was something going on, and it's always, because she's not as, her phone's always in another room. I'm like, if I really need to hit you up about something, you wouldn't hear it. And that seems to be at cross purposes with what they're supposed to be. It's one thing if you're not playing Candy Crush, right? If somebody's like, oh, my phone's in another room, that's fine. You don't have to be on it. But like if I text you or call you and you have no idea, that's completely useless. That doesn't do anything for me.
I mean, if it's business hours, you can get a hold of me.
Business
If
hours,
it's
right?
not business hours.
Well, but like you don't have a kid and a wife. You know what I mean? Like when I go home, I put my phone in another room because I'm on dad duty.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if you're going home and plopping down, the phone can be in another room, and you're like, who cares? Leave me alone.
I recently started putting my phone into sleep mode when I go to bed, and it has significantly increased how well I sleep at night.
Wait, what were you doing before?
I just was leaving it like it normally is. So it would buzz or it would light up, or every time I got an
doesn't wake me
Instagram notification.
Oh, you have the do not disturb on.
No, there's like sleep mode where it silences all calls unless they're from like your favorites. So I have like my brothers and sisters and Brian in my favorites. So if one of them were to call, it would go through. But if not, it just goes straight to voicemail. So and it keeps the screen real, real dark. So
Yeah, I thought that
way-
was because mine always
that's
clicks to do not
disturb for me.
disturb. Yeah.
Oh, well,
Probably-
maybe my settings are different.
It probably does
but
the exact same thing though.
Maybe the difference in sleep mode is that it just turns all the, like everything is dark all the time.
Yeah.
Like the screen doesn't even light up.
Well, 5 hours is what people said. And people said that half of them said that if they don't have a phone at all, they wouldn't communicate with anyone. They're like, I don't need. So,
I mean, that's how I would be. I'm so bad at keeping in
but
touch
that's
with
all.
people.
But that to me is a very telling thing that people are not using their phones primarily to communicate with other people. They're dicking around on them.
Yeah.
So rather
How
than
much of your time is actually spent texting or calling people?
on my phone,
Realistically, yeah. 5%, maybe.
yeah, maybe. But yeah, it is wild. And again, I don't know what age group this is or anything, but they did this big wide-ranging survey of thousands of people, and the bulk of them said that they could only go probably 5 hours without a TV or that. And again, this is the bane of the publishing world too. 'Cause people are like, hey, Books over
Read
here.
books.
Hello, hey, books. Remember us?
I mean, I read half a book on my flight out to California a couple weeks ago, and then didn't, because I had such an early flight on the way back. I was like, I'm just gonna sleep, so I didn't even take my book out. And I really do need to set more time aside to read. So I do like it when I do it. I just never prioritize it.
Well, somebody was also talking about something that was a blurb on CNN or something about they have to give every random collection of behaviors a name now, and they call it revenge sleep procrastination, which is when people go to bed, they know they should go to sleep, but they spend another 2 hours on the phone.
I do this.
In a
I'm
way,
very bad
they're
at
telling
this.
their brain, I'm in bed now, but I know I should go to sleep because I'm tired, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to kick that can down the road. I'm going to lie here on my phone.
What is
Which,
it when
like,
you do that in the morning? Because that's what I do.
I scroll.
I don't know, but it just like, if you do it at night, it just like destroys your eyes.
Yeah.
Just for that reason alone, it's not good. Like your eyes get blurry and it's not good.
I do that pretty much every night. And Brian gives me crap about it because Brian will fall asleep on the couch every single night. He'll gets home, watches TV, falls asleep on the couch, and then comes into bed. And I'll be like, come into bed with me, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you're just doing the exact same thing I am. You're just scrolling on your phone until you fall asleep, but you're just in the bed. That's the only difference. We're doing the same thing, just in different rooms, you know?
Do you do it to make yourself tired?
No. Like, I'll start to get tired on the couch. Say it's 10:30 or 11. I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed. And then the walk from the couch to the bed
Wakes you up.
wakes me up enough to be on my phone for another hour.
That is a weird
seriously.
phenomenon where you lie there and you go, God, I'm so tired. I'm going to go to bed. And then you walk to bed and you're like, well, I'm awake now. And
Seriously.
I should have just slept on the couch, but you can't do that every night.
Brian falls asleep on the couch every single night.
Right, but he
Every
doesn't
single
sleep
night.
there.
He will sleep there until like 1 a.m. and then he'll come to bed after that.
Yeah. Well, couches are comfy.
Dude, I told him, I'm like, you're going to ruin this couch. Couches are not meant for sleeping. They're meant for sitting. They're not meant to be laid on for 6 hours at a time.
Yeah, but sleeping on your couch is just like multiple people sitting on it.
But not for 6 hours. No one is sitting on your couch for 6 hours at a time.
Oh.
Some company, they
Every
don't want to
day.
leave. Some people do not want to leave. They're not getting nonverbal cues. The fact that we ran out of booze doesn't dissuade them. They are hanging around. Well, then look at the bright side. You'll end up purchasing a new couch.
We just bought this couch. We've had this couch a year.
It's time for a new couch.
Time for a
It
new
is not
couch.
time for a new couch.
That new
It's a
couch?
sleep. This is the sleeping couch. You need a sitting couch. You didn't
He's
know
like-
that that's what it was going to be, but
Well, because I do not like televisions in the bedroom. So when
Yeah.
I moved in, I took the TV out of the bedroom, and he was like, well, I would be sleeping in the bed every night, falling asleep to TV, but you took the TV out of the bedroom. So I have to fall asleep on the couch because that's just how he falls asleep, is to, whatever background noise on the TV. I'm
When
like,
does
but
he get to do what he likes to do?
what do you, every night when he falls asleep to TV.
Yeah, but he would prefer to do it in the bedroom.
he likes to live, he likes to laugh, and he likes to love.
Likes
And
to lay
nobody's
on the
going to tell
couch.
that. Nobody's going to tell and lie. Live, laugh, love, lie. Parenthetically on the couch.
on the couch.
And nobody's going to tell him that he's got to do it any other way.
Ain't nobody.
Nobody gonna tell me. Lie. So, and you're one of those people who's like, television, the bedroom is a sacred space, and it
Not even that it's a
shouldn't be
sacred
sullied
space.
by a television.
But yeah, kind of. You should be in there to sleep or to have sex.
or
Those are
to
the
have
two-
sex.
Those are the 2 points of a bedroom.
Why not
and
have
it-
sex on the couch?
I like watching
Because other
movies
people
in
sit on
bed
the
sometimes.
couch.
How many people are coming over and sitting on your couch?
Dude, people are in my house all the time. My
Really?
mom and my sisters drive. Today, Brian called me, and he's off work for all the snow and everything you guys are supposed to be getting. And he calls me and he goes, hey, just a quick question. Did you send your sister and your mom to check up on me? And I was like, no. Why? He's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. He's like, do you think I'm cheating on you? I was like, no. Like, what happened? And I guess my mom and my sister drove past the house, and his friend is over, and they called Brian, and they were like, hey, there's some guy outside your house, and his truck is parked in your driveway. And Brian's like, yeah, I'm home. Why are you guys just driving by my house? And he's like, are you sure you're not having them check up on me while you're out of town? I was like, I swear on my life, I did not talk to them.
Uh-huh.
And I called my sister. I was like, hey, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you being a creep?
Hey, psychos, maybe we'll take
Yes.
the long way around.
Well, we don't even live in the same city. There's a sledding hill that we live by called Devil's Hill on Barrett Road in Berea. It's a great sledding hill. And they were like, we went over to Devil's Hill to see if there was any snow on it. And then, my niece wanted to see where my dad grew up, and my dad grew up a street over from us. So they drove by my grandma's house, and then they're like, oh, well, we'll
pretty
just drive by
convenient.
Mary's.
Oh, Mary lives
Yeah.
one street over.
But they know you're not there.
Let's double
They know
back.
I'm not there. Yeah. But they just drove by our house, and they saw Brian's friend's truck. And then my sister called Brian and was like, hey, I think there's a dude at your house. And he's like, yeah, I'm home. It's my friend. Like, that's what's happening.
Mary, I think Brian's cheating on you with a dude with a truck.
He's got long hair. Maybe he likes that.
Why did you
Smoke
tell
cigarettes.
me that you were gay?
Yeah, right. Did they sing it when they called? Was it a weird...
Why didn't you tell me that you were gay?
Well, okay, so people are always at your house. Do you
Yes.
ever have to tell them, don't sit there, we had sex there last night?
No, I don't tell them that.
Oh, you
We've
just
only
let
had
them sit
We've
in
only had
it?
sex on the couch a couple times.
Yeah.
A handful of times.
Yeah. It was a handful.
It was.
Hmm.
I don't like that. I don't like having sex in places where people are going to be.
Kitchen table,
Kitchen table,
microwave.
microwave,
Well, then, yeah, you
Lazy
don't,
Susan.
toilet.
you don't have spontaneous sex. Then.
I don't like having sex on the toilet.
It's not my favorite thing.
Well, come on then.
The angles are weird.
Such a prude.
Uh-huh. Oh, boy.
No, Cody, it's not
That
that I
bidet
don't
comes
have.
in handy.
It's not that we don't have spontaneous sex. We'll be laying on the couch and start fooling around or whatever. I'm like, all right, let's go to the bedroom.
Let's move into the bedroom.
Yeah.
I want hands over the sink. I want to be up on the counter. Put me up on the ceiling upside down if you can.
This guy talks a big game, but he ain't doing anything either. Can't even.
Yeah.
He hasn't even installed that bidet. Think of the toilet sex fun you could be having with that bidet,
I agree.
right?
I agree.
Get that up there. Take care of it. Your buddy's a mechanic. He can't do a bidet?
Hey, he's not a mechanic. He just works in the shop. He just like brings out parts and stuff.
He brings out parts.
Rings out parts
Oh.
like
He's
Hey,
He's
here's
a clerk?
Hey, here's a
Sales
part. He's a
associate.
cashier?
I guess.
Oh, at an auto body. Oh, he's not a mechanic. He's,
no, I said he works at a shop or in it. I think
Well,
if I
the
did say-
implication being that he was working. I see. Okay, he works at a
Well,
place
I don't
like
follow
that.
him 24/7.
But you know, what is
Get Mary's
going on?
family on it.
I was gonna
Dude,
say,
they'll find out anything you need to know.
Whatever you
Yeah.
need to know. The Santora private eyes.
Does no one ask questions of the people in their
No.
lives?
Wait,
You
wait,
don't know
wait.
what your roommate does. Mary doesn't know where her boyfriend went to high school. What is going on
as
around
long
here?
As rent is paid, the more,
No
the
one
less I know, the
asks
better.
questions of
No.
anyone. You've never asked your roommate, the person with whom you share a domicile, hey, what do you do for a living?
Do you make money and is it legit? That's what I asked. And he said, yeah.
I
You weren't
didn't ask
curious
that.
at all. Hey, what do you
No.
do? You weren't curious. He knows what you do.
But I have a very public job.
Right.
So he kind of knew what I did. That's how he knew I had, actual income. So that's why we lived together. But no, I just know that it has to be legal money because we applied for an apartment together. So
Legal money.
Legal money.
you see in the stuff, yeah. I mean,
Legal tender.
if a guy said he wanted to live with me and he has all this money to get like a really nice apartment, and he's just like, but don't ask me what I do, then I would be suspicious. Then I would want to know.
But it's the same thing. You didn't ask this guy either. He just said it's legal money, and you said, okay.
But
The
he
guy
told me
selling drugs would tell you it was legal money too.
No, he wouldn't.
Why?
No, because
Because drug dealers are walking around telling everybody what they do. I mean, people who aren't buying from them, if you know, you know. But
I
They're
feel like
consultants.
yeah.
I feel like drug dealers move in a very specific way, and they're not gonna tell me blabbermouth because I would say it and not know that I said it. Like, oh yeah, my
My roommate deals coke.
My
I
roommate's
mean,
a duffel bag boy.
yeah, Coca-Cola, duffel bag boy.
He's a duffel bag boy. It's like, isn't that a position at like Marks or something? No. Oh, but do you know what a duffel bag boy is? No. What's a duffel bag boy? Your roommate's a slinger.
Yeah, he's working for a cartel, is what I'm trying to tell you. Anyway,
Am I in danger?
nice to meet you.
No, I didn't ask. He didn't elaborate. There's no need.
I historically don't ask enough questions, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep doing that.
Huh. Well, it's working out great.
Hey, man. it's
So
never
no
gone
TV in the
wrong.
room, but you'll sit and watch your phone.
But I don't want to do that. That's a very bad habit that I have that I really do make an effort to break. But I'll find myself a couple times a week. Like, it's probably 50-50 that I'll go in my bed and fall right asleep. Like, I'll put my phone on, what's it called? I'll put my phone on sleep mode, and then I'll go to bed. And then the other half of the time, I'll lay there and scroll until 1:30 in the morning. And I'm honestly not happy about it because I'm like, damn it. Like, now I'm going to be tired when I wake up. And it is a habit I am trying to break.
All right.
But yeah, Brian gets on my ass about that. He's like, we're doing the same thing. Just let me be on the couch. All right.
It's like you're married already.
Aww.
Oh, it's great. We don't need no piece of paper. We already scream at each other. It's great.
Coming up on a year of
Over
living
hypothetical situations.
together.
Coming up on a year what?
Yeah, of living together.
Oh, really? Already?
Because, yeah, well,
Wow.
I was in L.A. this exact same week last year. The last week of January, I was in L.A. last year, and when I came home from L.A. last year is when I started moving my stuff into Brian's over the course of February.
Right.
Because my lease was up in March. So in April, because the moving truck came March 16th. So over the course of February, I started moving myself
From
and the
Bozo's
cat.
place.
From Bozo's place, yeah. Yes, sir. Which is crazy. I was like, damn, it's already been a year.
Wow.
We're doing it. Cohabitating.
Well, congratulations.
Maybe we'll put
Mazel
his
tov.
friend was over to paint. That's why his friend was there. So they painted
There you
our
go.
bedroom, Blake's bedroom, the bathroom. They're changing out light fixtures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So very HGTV day at my house. So I'm going to come home to a freshly painted home.
Wow.
Excited about that.
And tell your mom and your sisters, you can't come in and see.
You don't get to see my
You
mink-colored
don't
walls.
get to mint.
Mink.
Mink, not seafoam green.
No, but Blake's room is like a bright-ass purple. like little girl purple. We let her pick the color in her room, you
What's
know?
mink? Like a brown?
It's like a grayish purplish kind of color. It's more gray than anything else. Sherwin-Williams mink.
Oh,
But,
pardon me.
2 in the pink, 1 in the mink.
Yeah, there you go. Her room, Blake's room, is like bright little girl, rainbow purple. And Brian's like, I hate it so much. I was like, well, you're not 7. That's why. It's not for you.
You're
to
not
like.
living in there.
Right. It's not for you to like. She's going to walk in and love it because she's, super girly and everything. But
You just worry about the living and the laughing. Let
Thank
her
you.
love the color of the room. I got a break. I will have what for you coming back. Oh, Joe Bonamassa. He is a great Grammy award-winning guitar player. Blues rock, the whole bit. He's one of the best. So if you want to go see him at Playhouse Square a couple of weeks into February, I think the 17th is the show. I'll hook you up coming back. And then another $1,000 for you at 3:30. Listen for that keyword to go fund yourself coming up.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
Or whatever